Right, to reduce the solar gain, first of all, try and avoid large west-facing window openings. Try to use natural features where possible to actually provide the shading, and use external shading on the south-facing windows, and this will be horizontal shading. It really boils down to having two sorts of shading, sort of movable shading and permanent shading. You get movable shading such as the shading outside the Devonshire building, permanent shading, the shading that's say outside the King's Gate building at the university. Once you've got the solar gains under control, the next step is to minimise the internal gains. Now we're seeing much more energy efficient appliances being used, low energy lighting, compact fluorescence, cold cathode devices, LED devices, making sure that cylinders are insulated and the pipework is insulated, and keeping the actual sort of the boiler and the hot water cylinder close together just sort of minimises the actual pipework in the system. One thing that does actually sort of modify the actual temperature is the actual thermal mass of the building, and this is a problem when we go for, say, low energy or timber frame construction. We need to actually add some mass into the construction and aim to have an exposed mass surface about 3 times that of the actual glazing, and here the floor becomes crucial. And the other measure that we could actually use would be ventilation. Keeping ventilation rates low during the day so we're not bringing in warm air, and then at night increasing the ventilation rate so that we actually bring in the cooler air from the night, so we actually cool the building down. There are problems here with both privacy and security, but it is actually achievable if we actually do it from a design stance.